Hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. Just really a quick update video, not too many movements since the last update. However, Ethereum is now in need. Yeah, the bears need to do this. They need to follow through on the bearish setup. In the past few weeks, Ethereum did fail to follow through on various setups. Yeah, it continued just to move sideways. Now it just needs to finally break down. I mean, we could in theory still get another leg up. You know, you could say in theory that this year was still a wave D and we are still pushing higher in wave E. Now, to be honest, I just want to get it complete. Yeah, I'm hopeful that it finally will come down. I know that doesn't really give you any benefit, hope in financial markets, but you know, it's time for this sideways range to be finally over. And as you know, I'm still waiting for one more dip here. You know, maybe we will see sideways movement until tomorrow when we finally get the CPI data. I think we'll see a lot of volatility on that day. Maybe until then we need to be patient, but at least we saw some movement already over the weekend now and yesterday. And you know, this in my opinion could still be an ABCDE triangle that finished here, and we're now heading down here. That would be an ABC in a 5-wave move, so that would be possible. Yeah, there's various possibilities how this can be counted. Just to give you an impression here, we could say that this here was a wave A. We talked about it yesterday. Here the wave B. It didn't retrace much, but it still could be an ABC here. And then in the wave C, we could start next. That would be quite a strong sell-off because it would be something impulsive. So that's possible. Then if we move the triangle aside, yeah, we talked about that yesterday as well. Move the triangle aside, then we've got here the, have to assume wave 4 was finished here. And then we say that we are already in the wave C, and then we maybe, there would be a view that we have seen already here, the wave 1, here the wave 2, and that we're now in the wave 3. There'll be a 4 and a 5 down, so maybe we have even another 1-2 setup here. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3. That has an overlap, so it would have to be a 1-2, 1-2, for example. Yeah, different possibilities here in this C wave. I think it's just time. It's not very clear, but it's time to be a bit patient, and that ETH has to follow through now to the downside. You can even draw, I think this is quite an obvious trend line with, if you extend that, I think it has, well, you could argue maybe 3 touch points with those 2 up here, and then here a third one. And only a break above the trend line would indicate some more substantial reversal. As long as we stay below that trend line, we could be focused on lower. We also have this recent swing high, which is at 1339. A break above that would also indicate a stronger recovery, but for now, especially as long as we stay below this ascending trend line, which would be below 1295, roughly 1293, we can imminently be focused on the downside, I think, without any larger recovery. So for me, the focus is further down. Yes, I mean, short-term upside is possible always. Do we get it? Do we not get it? It's always possible. Yeah, we can't, you know, we can't forecast every move here, not even the smallest ones, because there are so many small moves and volatility. It just isn't possible. But the market is, what you need to understand, the market is capable of corrective moves to the upside at the moment. Yeah, so question is just how likely is it? And I mean, the trend is down, but I'm not gonna lie to you, this can extend on for a bit more. You know, it can. We could get a larger recovery here that stays below 1339. We could get that whole ABCDE triangle. So there's different possibilities that the market has. And here, if you zoom out, nothing has changed really since the middle of September when we came into this zone. Yeah, when I first told you that we'll probably get one more low. But here in the micro, you know, things change all the time. So this is important to understand, that especially here in a market that is so volatile, you get a lot of surprise moves, you know. But if we get to the 4-hour chart, I mean, The RSI, for example, would suggest some kind of a recovery, or at least a sideways movement here, you know. Well, if we look at it like that, we actually don't have an overlap. So if I zoom in, it shows that we didn't get an overlap. So it could be here, yeah, another 1-2 setup, or even, but the wave 3 isn't actually long enough. It would be a very long, short wave 3. This could be a wave 3 and 4, and then a 5 down, you know, to finish it all off. That's possible. It's not ideal because the wave 3 is a bit too short, but we need to be open to the idea. But in that scenario, if this really is the wave 4, which is currently happening here, then, well, even here it could push up to 303, 1303, yeah, $1,303. With that, however, it would also stay below this trend line. So yeah, it will. It's getting interesting. So again, I think the summary is short-term upside possible. Ideally not above 1339. Otherwise, we get again a little bit more of a time-consuming correction and sideways range. Generally, the pressure is down anyway, as long as we stay below 1400, and then more specifically 1383. And then here in the very short term, it's the 1339 level. And I think if we finally break 1268, which we have avoided so far, we're just consolidating, then we are rolling. Yeah, it looks like it can roll. It just hasn't followed through yet, and the market needs to give it a push. And maybe we'll see something today, but possibly not before tomorrow when we see the CPI data. And I think tomorrow we'll see a decision here, and let's see if that catalyst is going to push it further down. Okay, and that's my update about Ethereum. So hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.